Hare Krishna. Welcome this morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. Text 17. We are doing Canto 3, Chapter 20, Text 17. Title Conversation between Maitreya and Vidura. So, Text 17. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, text 17. Please repeat after me. Sonu Vishto Bhagavataha. Sonu Vishto Bhagavataha. Yahashete Salilasaye. Loka samstham yatha purvam. Nirmame sankhya khaya. Sonu Vishto Bhagavataha. Yahashete Salilasaye. Loka samstham yatha purvam. Nirmame samsthaya khaya. Sonu Vishto Bhagavataha. Yahashete Salilasaye. Loka samstham yatha purvam. Nirmame samsthaya swaya. Prabhuji, please. Sonu Vishto Bhagavataha. Salilasaye. Sonu Vishto Bhagavataha. Yahashete Salilasaye. Loka samstham yatha purvam. Nirmame samsthaya swaya. Sonu Vishto Bhagavataha. Yahashete Salilasaye. Loka samstham yatha purvam. Nirmame samsthaya soya. Okay, word for word translation. Shaha, Lord Brahma, Anuvishtaha, was entered. Bhagavata, by the Lord. Yaha, who, Sete, sleeps. Salilasaye, on the Garbhodak ocean. Loka samstham, the universe. Yatha purvam, as previously. Nirmame, created. Samsthaya, by intelligence. Soya, his own. Okay, translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is lying on the Garbhodak ocean, entered the heart of Brahma, Brahma brought his intelligence to bear, and with the intelligence invoked, he began to create the universe as it was before. Purport. At a certain time, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Karanodakshai Vishnu, lies in the Karan ocean and produces many thousands of universes from his breathing. Then he enters again into each and every universe as Garbhodakshai Vishnu and fills off half of each universe with his own perspiration. The other half of the universe remains vacant, and that vacant region is called outer space. Then the lotus flower sprouts from the abdomen and produces the first living creature, Brahma. Then again, as Shirodaksai Vishnu, the Lord enters into the heart of every living entity, including Brahma. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter. Lord says, I am seated in everyone's heart, and by me are the remembrance and forgetfulness made possible. As the witness of the activities of the living, as the witness of the activities of individual entities, the Lord gives each one remembrance and intelligence to act according to his desire at the time he was annihilated in his last birth in the last millennium. This intelligence is invoked according to one's own capacity or by the law of karma. Brahma was the first living entity, and he was empowered by the Supreme Lord to act in charge of the mode of passion. Therefore, he was given the required intelligence, which is so powerful and extensive that he is almost independent of the control of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Just as a highly posted manager is almost as independent as the owner of a farm. Brahma is described here as independent because as Lord's representative to control the universe, he is almost as powerful and independent as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord, as the super soul within Brahma, gave him the intelligence to create. The creative power, therefore, of every living entity is not his own. It is by the grace of the Lord that one can create. There are many scientists and great workers in the material world who have wonderful creative force, but they act and create only according to direction of the Supreme Lord. A scientist may create many wonderful inventions by the direction of the Lord, but it is not possible for him to overcome the stringent laws of the material nature by his intelligence. Nor it is possible to acquire the intelligence from the Lord. Nor is it possible to acquire such intelligence from the Lord. For the Lord's supremacy would then be hampered. It is stated in this verse that Brahma created the universe as it was before. This means that he created everything by the same name and form as in the previous cosmic manifestation. Let's do Mangalachara. अमज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकयाः चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथं दितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखामृतांश हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, welcome again. This morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. So, just before beginning my class, as you all are sitting here, all are superior Vaishnavas than me. So, what I want to say is, my mood is not to teach you, rather my mood is to repeat some of the words, some of the learnings that I've been learning from all the superior Vaishnavas, so that I could please you. So, with that mood, I would like to start my class. Let's go through translation once again. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is lying on the Garbhodak ocean, entered the heart of Brahma, Brahma brought his intelligence to bear. And with the intelligence invoked, he began to create the universe as it was before. So if we see, if we read whole translation and whole purport, this translation and purport is trying to highlight one thing that Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. By him only remembrance and forgetfulness, everything coming. By him, Krishna is the one who is giving intelligence. So this point is being highlighted in the translation and purport. So we'll try to discuss around this point today. So at the creation, at the time of creation, how creation takes place. Lord Karanadakshay Vishnu, Mahavishnu or Karanadakshay Vishnu, he's sleeping on the causal ocean, Karan Sagar. He's sleeping in the causal ocean, and from his breathing, all the universes, all the bubbles coming. And what are that bubbles? Just like if we breathe inside the water, there some bubbles come. You all might have that experience. When I used to go for swimming in my childhood, we used to breathe and like bubbles, we used to see bubbles. So same way, Lord Mahavishnu is breathing in the causal ocean. And from that the bubbles are coming out. But when we breathe in the water, the bubbles coming out is just a bubble of water. But when Mahavishnu, Karanadakshay Vishnu, breathes in the causal ocean or Karan Sagar, the bubbles coming out, what is that bubbles? That is the universe. Millions upon millions of bubbles comes out. There are millions upon millions of universes comes out from his breathing. Mahavishnu, Prabhupada used to say often in his lecture, everyone says God is great, oh Krishna is great, Krishna is great. But only that is not enough. We have to know how God is great. We have to understand how Krishna is great. That is needed, Prabhupada says. If we can understand how Krishna is great, how God is great, and then only we can surrender to Sri Bhagavan, Sri Krishna, Sri Hari. Otherwise, our devotional service or our intelligence will be only superficial. Here we can see millions upon millions of universes are coming out from the breathing of Mahavishnu in the causal ocean at the time of creation. At the time of annihilation, that millions upon millions of universe, if we try to measure what to talk about millions upon millions of universe, we cannot even imagine the size of whole Sydney. We cannot even imagine the size of whole Australia. We cannot imagine the size of whole planet, Earth planet. We cannot imagine the size of whole universe, our Brahmanda, which is considered as the smallest Brahmanda. We cannot imagine the size of that, even that smallest Brahmanda. There are millions, trillions times more bigger, more larger universes than our universes. And all the universes, all the millions or trillions upon millions and millions of universes are coming out from the breathing of the Karanadakshay Vishnu, Mahavishnu. In the time of creation. And in the time of annihilation, what happens? At the time of annihilation, the same millions upon millions of universes goes into the belly of the Mahavishnu. That's how we have to understand God is so great. We have to understand like this. We cannot only say, oh, God is great, God is great. We have to understand like that, Prabhupada used to say. Like we can see like millions of universe coming out from his body, and in the time of creation and in the time of annihilation, millions of universe going inside his belly. That's how Supreme Personality of Godhead is great. We have to understand this way. So, Mahavishnu creates, all the universe come out. At that time, all the universe are vacant. All are vacant and in the inert state. And same Mahavishnu, who is lying in the Karan Sagar, causal ocean, he goes into each and every universe as Garbhodakshay Vishnu. As Garbhodakshay Vishnu, he goes there. He goes each and every universe, and from his perspiration, he starts to perspire. From his perspiration, he fills half of the universe. This is same for all. In all the universe, same thing takes place, same thing happens. Half of the universe is filled by perspiration of the Garbhodakshay Vishnu. And that is the perspiration. That is known as Garbhodak Sagar, Garbhodak ocean. And in that perspiration, Garbhodak Sai Vishnu lies. Mystic slumber, we say. Mystic slumber. He sleeps there. And half of the universe is filled with Garbhodak Sagar, and half of the universe is empty, vacant. And at that time, when Garbhodak Sai Vishnu is taking sleep in the Garbhodak Sagar, the lotus stem sprouts from his navel. Lotus stem sprouts from his navel. And on the top of the lotus, Lord Brahma takes birth. Lord Brahma takes birth. We can see. That's why Brahma is called Swayambhu. Swayambhu. We can see like all the living entities in the material world, they all are taking birth. They all are taking birth with the help of father and mother only. We cannot see any living entity in this material world who is taking birth without the help of father and mother. But in case of Lord Brahma, Brahma is taking birth from the father only. Lord Garbhodak Sai Vishnu is not taking help of Lakshmi ji. So Brahma is taking birth in that way. That's why Lord Brahma is called Swayambhu. Lord Brahma takes birth. And when Lord Brahma takes birth, and he starts to wonder, he sees everywhere. He doesn't see anything. He sees only himself, and he starts to wonder, who I am, who I am. And he sees the lotus stem. And he goes all the way down to the lotus stem. All the way down to the lotus stem. He cannot find anything. And he becomes frustrated. He becomes frustrated. And when he becomes frustrated, the word comes from the Paramatma. Mattah smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto mattah smritir jnanam apohanam cha. I live in everyone's heart, Krishna is saying. I live in everyone's heart. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto. I live in everyone's heart. Mattah smritir apohanam. Matra smritir jnanam apohanam cha. And from me only, remembrance, knowledge, intelligence, forgetfulness, everything is coming. So Lord Brahma, when he was little agitated, disturbed, who I am, disturbed. And he starts to hear the word from the Paramatma, from within. Tapaha, tapaha. Tapaha means austerity, penances. Go through the austerity, go through the penances. Like that, Lord Brahma hear that. Lord Brahma hear that, and Lord Brahma goes through the austerities. From this point also we can learn one thing. Lord Brahma was agitated. Lord Brahma was fully disturbed. He was kind of in a kind of problem. He was in a trap. He was in a trap. And at that time, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is sitting in his heart as a Paramatma, he helped him. So from this, what we can learn is, when we are in a problem, when we are in a trap, when we are in the dukkha, when we are in the condition of full of misery, we can take help. If there is no one to help us, we can take help from Krishna. We can take help from Sri Sri Radha Gopinath. So we can learn from this. Provided the condition is, we should be humble in that situation. If we are in the condition of full of misery, and in that condition, if we think, how come I'm sad? How come I'm in the misery? It shouldn't be happen like that. It is not possible. If we become like that, then Krishna also cannot help us. He also cannot help us. But in that condition, when we are in the full of misery, if we pray to Krishna, my dear Lord, I am your eternal servitor. Yet somehow or other I have fallen into this ocean of birth and death. I am your eternal servant, my dear Lord. Because of forgetting your relationship, because of forgetting my relationship with you, because of not serving you. No, I'm in the ocean of material existence, my dear Lord. I am suffering each and every moment, my dear Lord. Please kindly help me. So in that humble mood, if we pray to Krishna, if we pray to Sri Bhagavan, he will definitely help. Just like Lord Brahma is getting help here. Tapaha, tapaha. That is the mercy of Krishna. That's the mercy of Krishna. Same kind of mercy. Krishna showered mercy to Lord Brahma there. But same kind of mercy is there for us as well. The question is, are we ready to take that mercy? Are we ready to get the help from Krishna? That's the question. If we are ready to get help from Krishna, Sri Bhagavan, He is always ready to help us. Because we are eternally servant of Krishna. Even though we have forgotten our relationship with Krishna, Jiver Swarup Hoy Krishnera Nityadas. We are eternally the spiritual spark. But we have come into this material world and we have accepted the material body and we are thinking ourselves to be material body even though we are a spiritual spark. We have forgotten our relationship. We have forgotten ourselves what to speak about Krishna, what to speak about our relationship with Krishna. We have forgotten ourselves. We don't know who we are. We are thinking this material body which is temporary, full of misery and agyanmaya, full of ignorance. We are thinking this temporary body to be ourselves. So we have become such a rascal. That's why it is said we should hear Harikatha. That's why we should read Shastras. We should associate with sadhus. So that we could know what is our position, what is our situation, who are we? We could know that. For example, if one person is associating with sadhus, he is hearing Harikatha and he is reading the Shastras, he has got the knowledge. He will definitely get the knowledge. He will develop the knowledge. And when he is in problem, he will definitely pray to Krishna. My dear Lord, I am fallen into this such a miserable condition, my dear Lord. Please kindly help me. He will pray there. He will pray to Krishna. But one who is fully ignorant, he doesn't care for Harikatha, he doesn't care for reading Shastras, he doesn't care for associating with sadhus. He doesn't know why he is suffering. That's why when he suffers, when he is in the full of misery, condition of full of misery, he becomes very, very angry. Why I am miserable like this? I want to enjoy. Why I am not being able to enjoy? There is no God. Like that, he becomes mad. Like that. Prabhupada used to say, whoever is in this material world, more or less, they are all pramatta. They all are mad. So that's why stress is given. We should hear Harikatha. We should associate with sadhus. We should read the Shastras. Same thing we can hear, we can see in the Kunti Maharani's case also. Kunti Maharani is such an exalted position, such a great position. She was in relationship with Krishna. She used to love Krishna as her nephew. How great her position, how exalted her position is. So intelligent she is. She went through lots of trouble in her whole life. Her husband died when she was young. And she used to take care of 5 sons with lots of trouble. And Duryodhan, Dhritarashtra's family always tried to give them trouble. Always tried to give them only problems. One time Duryodhan wanted to kill the Bhim and gave him the sweet rice which was mixed with poison. Similarly, one time Dhritarashtra arranged the plan of Lakshagriha. They wanted to burn all the Queen Kunti and all the 5 sons. They wanted to burn. Similarly, we can see in the Dyut Krida, when they were gambling, they all were, all the Kurus, all the Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana's parties, they all were cheating Pandavas. They all were cheating the Pandavas. They all wanted to take the property of the Pandavas and they wanted to send Pandavas in the forest. In the sum total, we can say, Kauravas, or the party of the Duryodhana and party of the Dhritarashtra, they wanted to give trouble only to Kunti Maharani and her sons. But they didn't know that Kunti Maharani and 5 Pandavas are the devotee of Krishna. They didn't know that. What Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Kaunteha pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. Krishna declares that. Kaunteha pratijanihi. He is saying to Arjun, Arjun, you declare that my devotee never perishes. Krishna is saying that. Why Krishna is saying like that? There is one example. There is one story behind that. One time, in the Kurukshetra Yuddha, in the battle of Kurukshetra. Krishna take bow. Okay, I will not fight. I will not pick up any weapons. Krishna take a bow. But he ended up taking the bow to save the Arjun. When Bhishma Dev was so furious, when Bhishma Dev was throwing so many arrows at the Arjun, when Bhishma Dev was about to kill Arjun, Krishna picked up the chariot wheel. He said, I will not pick up the weapons. But Krishna picked up the weapons. That means he ended up breaking his own bow. That's why Krishna is saying, if I take a vow, I may end up breaking my own vow. That's why, Arjun, you take a vow. You declare it that my devotee never perishes. If devotees of Krishna say something, Krishna has to fulfill that. Krishna will fulfill that. That's the position of Krishna and his devotees. That's the relationship. That's the love between Krishna and his devotees. That's why we say every morning, Yashya prasadat bhagavat prasado, Yashya prasadat nagati kutopi, Dayam stubam stasya yasyastri sandhya, Vande Guru Shri Charana Rabindam. If we can please our spiritual master, who is our spiritual master? Devotee of Krishna. Kintu Prabhuya priya eva tasya, dear devotee of the Supreme Lord, dear devotee of Bhagavan, our spiritual master. So if we can please our Guru, we can get the mercy of Sri Hari. We can get the mercy of Sri Radha Gopinath. That's the position. That's the position. The point I was trying to discuss was Kunti Maharani was remembering when Krishna, at the end, like battle happens, Kurukshetra battle happens, by the help of Krishna, by the mercy of Krishna, Pandava's team, they win. And after settling everything, when Krishna was leaving for Dwarka, when Krishna was leaving the Hastinapur, Kunti Maharani comes in front of Krishna and prays to Krishna. My dear Lord, in my whole life, I was in full of trouble, I was in full of misery, I was suffering only. But I was happy, my dear Lord. Even though I was suffering, I was happy. Why? Because you were with me. Whenever I was suffering, I used to remember you. Whenever I was in problem, I used to remember you. When we remember Krishna, we kicks out the cycle of birth and death. Birth, death, old age and disease. We remember Krishna. When we remember Krishna, when we remember Sri Bhagavan, we becomes beyond the bondage of birth, death, old age and disease. That's what Kunti Maharani is saying. My dear Lord, I was in problem. I was in misery. I was in dukkha. And I was remembering you. I was praying you. And you were there to help me. My dear Lord. But now all the situations are settled. Everything is fine now. But you are leaving, my dear Lord. This is not fair. So, my dear Lord, I will pray you. Kindly give me more troubles. Give me more dukkhas. Give me more miseries. So that I could always remember you, my dear Lord. See, that's the mood of the devotees. That's the mood of the Kunti Maharani. That's why I will say, that's why it is stressed in the Purana Shastras. It is stressed. We should always associate with the sadhus. We should always hear Harikatha. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. And we should always read Shastras. And then only we can know why we are suffering. Why we are in the miserable condition. How can we get out of this miserable condition? That's the thing. All the living entities in this material world, they are looking for nectar. They are looking for the real pleasure, real happiness, inner satisfaction, the real nectar. But they don't know where is the real nectar. They think the real nectar is in the money. They think the real nectar is in the wife, beautiful wife. They think the real nectar is in the big property and big inventions and material advancement. They think that way. But no, it's not like that. The nectar is hidden in the Shastras. The nectar is hidden in the Sadhu Sangha. Nectar is hidden in the heart of the sadhus. That's why we should always associate with sadhus. That's why we should always read Shastras. And we should always chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, we can see. What I was saying was, Lord Brahma. He was agitated. Who I am, why I am here, like that. He was agitated in the lotus, which was grown from the navel of the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And he became agitated, and Lord Vishnu helped him. Paramatma, Krishna helped him, who is sitting within everyone's heart as a Paramatma. He helped him go through the austerities. He goes through the austerities. How many years? I exactly don't know. I think 1,000 celestial years, or like that, right? He goes through the austerities and he gains all the intelligence. He gains all the knowledge. He remembers his past intelligence. Everything he remembers. And he again starts to create. So the point is, Sarvasya chaham ridishan nivishto mattas mritir jnanam apohanam cha. Krishna is living in everyone's heart, and from him only all the remembrance, all the knowledge, and all the intelligence coming. That's why Prabhupada used to often say, people say, scientists are great. They have so much of intelligence. They are really great. They are inventing so many things. They are making life so easy. They are so great. They have so much intelligence. They are great. People say like that. But they don't know who is giving the intelligence to that intelligent scientist. They don't know who is giving knowledge to that knowledgeable scientist. Who is giving that knowledge? Who is giving that intelligence? Krishna is giving. Sri Bhagavan is giving. Who is sitting within everyone's heart as a Paramatma. Sarvasya chaham hridishan nivishto. Everyone's heart, core of the heart. Everyone's core of the heart. He is staying. And he is giving the knowledge. And in this translation we can see like Brahma remembered his past activities or past intelligence or past knowledge. What happens is, as we live for 100 years, same way Lord Brahma also lives for 100 years. But our 100 years and Lord Brahma's 100 years is unmanageable, unequalable. Lord Brahma's 100 years is immeasurable, non-imaginable. His one day, just like in our one day, there is 12 hours. Day, 12 hours night, 24 hours. Same way, Lord Brahma is also same. 12 hours day, 12 hours night. And 12 hours is called Brahma's day. And in Brahma's day, there are 14 manus. And there are 14 manus. The age of the one manu is 71 Chaturyuga. One Chaturyuga means we are in the Kali Yuga now. Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years, something like that. Same way Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga and Satya Yuga. If we add all the duration of 4 yugas, it comes around 43 lakhs, something like that. 4 million something like that. That is one Chaturyuga. 4 million something years is one Chaturyuga. 4 million something years into 71 is the age of Manu. And into 14 is the 12 hours of Brahma. That's how long his 12 hours is. And how short our 12 hours is. But still we are so fortunate. We have taken birth in the time of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We have taken birth in the time of Srila Prabhupada. And we have got this opportunity to associate with the Prabhupada's organization. We are so fortunate. Demigods, they are also praying to take birth in the Bharatvarsha. They are also praying to Supreme Lord to take birth in the Bharatvarsha, and they are praising the great fortune of all the people who is taking birth in the Bharatvarsha. They are praising. Yeah, we have taken birth in the Bharatvarsha. Fortunately, we have got opportunity to associate in the Prabhupada's organization. This is great opportunity for us. This is great opportunity. All the demigods, they are hankering for this opportunity. But we have easily, somehow or other, by the causeless mercy of Sri Sri Radha Gopinath, we have got this opportunity. Sometimes we tend to forget these things. Sometimes we tend to take these things for granted. But we should always remind this. We should always remind ourselves this. What opportunity What golden opportunity I have got, and what I can derive out of this. We should always remind that. We should always remind ourselves that. Otherwise, Maya will take us. Maya will take us. Same way I was saying, 71 Chaturyuga is the lifetime of the Manu. And into 14 is the 12 hours of Brahma. So Brahma creates. For 12 hours, he creates. And his 12 hours, when finished, for that creation, he gets knowledge from Krishna. He gets intelligence from Krishna. He gets knowledge and intelligence from Krishna. And he creates for the 12 hours. And the night, again dissolution happened. And the night again dissolution happened. Annihilation happened. Annihilation happened only half of the, only for one universe, I mean to say. For within the universe only. In the Brahma's night, within the universe, annihilation happened. Like we are in this universe. We are in this universe. So in the night of Brahma, this universe goes under annihilation. There will be full of water only. And when Brahma's night finished, next day come. The same way, next day come, next morning come. And same way Lord Brahma again takes birth. And same way Lord Brahma again looks for who I am. Same way he again goes through agitation. Same way Supreme Personality of God is Sri Hari, Sri Vishnu, who is living in everyone's heart as a Paramatma. He gives him intelligence. And same way he gets the intelligence and he creates for next day. And again night time, again dissolution happened. Again next day comes. Again, same way he gets the knowledge and intelligence, again he creates. And again night time dissolution happened. This way keeps on going. That's the process takes place in each and every universe at the night of Brahma and at the day of Brahma. And when 100 years of Brahma is finished, whole cosmic manifestation is annihilated. In the night of Brahma, within the universe only annihilated. But at the 100th years, when 100 years of Brahma is finished, whole, as I was saying before, so many millions upon millions of universes comes out of the breathing of the Mahavishnu. I was saying that. All the universe which have come out through breathing, they will again go inside the belly of Mahavishnu. When 100 years of Brahma is finished. So that's what creation and annihilation is taking place. So some people might wonder, why is this creation and annihilation taking place? Why is again creation, again annihilation, again creation, again annihilation? Why is that? Why is that happening? Why is this happening? The reason is, this is the chance, this is the opportunity for all the rebellious soul, for all the souls, wretched souls, who have forgotten their relationship with the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, to revive that relationship. This is the chance. How we know that? Through the mouth of the sadhus, through the sadhu sangha, through the shastra adhyayan. We know that. This is the opportunity. Yeah, we are associating here, we are reading shastras, we are associating with sadhus, we are hearing from sadhus, hearing so many lectures from great sadhus. We know that. Yeah, we have taken this birth, this creation, annihilation taking place, this cosmic manifestation is there. The purpose is to revive our relationship with Krishna, to revive our relationship. We all have forgotten our relationship with Krishna. That's why we have come here. And we are suffering here. So the purpose of everything is to revive our relationship with Krishna. That's it. So we have known that. But there are so many people, so many souls, they are suffering. They don't know this. They think, yeah, there is material manifestation, there is creation, everything there, only for my enjoyment. They think that. And they pursue their sense gratification. Through money, through beautiful women, through material advancement, through properties. Like that. And they are suffering. They are entangling themselves again and again. Creation, destruction. They are entangling themselves. They are wasting their valuable time. But by the causeless mercy of Sri Sri Radha Gopinath, we have known this. We have got this opportunity. So what we have to do now? We have got this opportunity. We have known this everything. This all the secret formulas. This is the secret thing. Secret of the life. We have got this. Now we have to give this secret to others who is suffering. We have to give this secret to others. We are suffering, we have forgotten their relationship with Krishna and they are suffering. We have to give this. That's why Mahaprabhu said, ভারত বর্ষ ভারত ভূমি জন্ম হইলে যার জন্ম সার্থক করি করো পর উপকার. This is the purpose of life. We have to do our janma sarthak. We have to achieve our goal. We have to revive our relationship, forgotten relationship with Sri Hari, Sri Krishna, Sri Radha Gopinath. And we have to para upakar. We have to help others. That way, we can please our Srila Prabhupada, we can please our Guru Parampara, and we can please Sri Krishna. That way, we can also revive our relationship with Krishna. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Whoever distributes this confidential knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, there is no one more dear than the person who is doing the distribution of the confidential knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is saying, we all want to become dear of Krishna, right? How many of us want to be dear of Krishna? How many of us want to be dear of Krishna? We all want to be dear of Krishna. Then what we have to do? We have to engage in the preaching work. We have to engage in the book distribution. We have to engage in bringing people to temple to connect with Shri Radha Gopinath. We have to engage ourselves in that way. Yeah, I can understand people might be busy like Grihastha Prabhuji Mataji. They might be busy. They are busy. Still, what they can do, they can still support. These boys are doing these things. These boys are going out preaching. These boys are bringing peoples. These peoples are bringing all the people to connect with Shri Radha Gopinath. Wow, very nice. This is very nice. Like that, they can at least praise at least. Best is personally go and do the preaching work. If we cannot do that, we can at least praise whoever is doing that work. So that way also we can please Krishna. That way also we can praise Krishna. And we can revive our relationship with Krishna. So with that note, I would like to stop. If there is any comment or correction, please welcome. Yes, Prabhuji. Karana ocean. I exactly philosophical meaning I exactly don't know, Prabhu. What I know is in between material world and spiritual world, there is space. And the space there is ocean, big ocean. That is called Karana ocean. That is also called Biraja also. Biraja also we call that. And then in that ocean only, Mahavishnu is lying there, and from his breathing, so many universes are coming out. So I know only that, Prabhu. I don't know more than that. Mm-hmm. Yes. How we have to understand is Mahavishnu creates all the universe, and each and every universe. There are millions of universe, and their size is different. And in all the universe, same Karanodakshaya Vishnu enters as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And according to the size of the Brahma, he creates the four-headed, and he creates 8-headed, 10-headed, millions of headed. Yeah, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Yes. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. According to the size of universe. In case of our universe, there is 4-headed Brahma. Yes.
So is Kshirodakshaya Vishnu entering as Paramatma in each of the Jiva?
Yes. Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is in each and every atom also. Each and every atom. And everyone's heart as a Paramatma. That's Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. Yes, Prabhuji.
This means that he created everything by the same name and form as in the previous manifestation. What is the name and form he's talking about?
I think so, yeah. 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 Like I said in the discussion also, in every morning Brahma takes birth and he gets the intelligence from Paramatma and he creates. He gets intelligence and knowledge and he creates. And then next day, same again, same morning, next morning what happens? He again goes through austerities, he again grabs the knowledge and intelligence, again creates same way just like he created previous morning. You know what I mean? You get what I mean? Whatever he created previous morning, however way he created previous morning, same way and same things he will create this morning. And next morning also same, next, same. Yes. Okay, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की जय, जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय, श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय, श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ भगवान की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।